I'm starting this video off right where the last one ended. The day that I waved goodbye as Alex and the boys went up to Cairns, I stayed behind and didn't go to Cairns, stayed behind with my eldest son and my daughter, and we made our way up to Ellie Beach afterwards. But in the meantime, I had left telling you that I had got onto a clinical trial. Now, once I got the phone calls inviting me to come onto the clinical trial, I was all excited and I'm on a clinical trial, and there was that excitement and anticipation. And then there's this weird type of let get down, which I'm now telling you because I was a bit the same in the last video. I'm on a trial, but in fact, I was not on a trial. I was invited to go onto the trial, which meant I had to go and get a whole list of scans to see whether I could get on the trial. And once I realized that, it was a little bit deflating. However, this is the video of when I went to go and get all of those scans ready for the trial and the start of that waiting period of finding out. Now, thankfully, at least I went on holidays and that helped speed up the waiting period, but nevertheless, I just didn't know when they're going to call, and yeah, it felt like a very long time. However, in the meantime, here's what it was like. It is the end of the day, Sunday. I didn't go to church or anything this morning because beginning of the morning I farewelled Alex and 3 of the boys, and they are going up to visit Alex's dad in Cairns, which is beautiful. I thought about going, and then Jonty really had some work to do on the farm. Go check out his new YouTube channel, Farmer Jonty. I don't know whether I've said anything about it yet or not. Just check out his YouTube channel, Farmer Jonty, if you haven't already, and you'll see what he was doing in a day. I thought Jonty's been working hard all week, so I'll let him sleep in. And I have been not sleeping well because I have had so much pain in my shoulders and back and everything. So I was just like, I'm not going to push myself. And watched some videos with Imogen or videos, Netflix. No, even watched some Disney Plus with Imogen. And I was doing the folding while I was watching, as I like doing. But my arm was getting really sore where this pick line has been, right about there. And yeah, so I just stopped folding because I thought this is not right. And I, in fact, was feeling not great. So I went to bed and I was listening to a really good audiobook, Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, the same guy that wrote The Martian. I really enjoyed it. Anyway, so I just laid there listening to the audiobook and I just was not feeling 100%. So when I woke up, I was feeling really tired, and I thought, oh, is that because I just had several late nights or whatever? But then this arm has just kept whinging and hurting. And because I have got the trial screening coming up on Tuesday, which is 2 days' time, well, now 1 day, I'm just nervous that something's not quite right, which is why I'm feeling pain, and that's going to contribute to me not being able to screen or whatever. I'm just conscious of the last time the first time I went down for a trial, and I said, oh, my face doesn't feel quite right, and then next thing I'm getting rushed into hospital and getting a stent put in and missing out on my trial. And I'm sure it's nothing that serious, but then I tend to downplay things. Then I end up going into the doctor then for things that aren't anything. It's just, cancer just makes you second guess every little pain in your body sometimes. So if it's still around tomorrow, I think I'm going to go to my doctor. So only thing is, to get into my doctor, I have to ring at 7 a.m. and I will actually have to wake up just to ring him because, yeah, anyway, I don't know whether to just kind of get going with my day. Yeah, anyway, all these decisions. Now, thankfully, all my fears and those little feelings that I was picking up were fine. The next day I woke up, I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know whether to ring the doctor or not, but I thought, I really can't feel all that pain in my arm that I was feeling the day before. So I thought, I'm not going to ring the doctor. I'm just going to continue with the day. And if they start up again, then I will ring the doctor and I'll explain the situation to pass on to the doctor and see if I could get in there as a little bit of an emergency. Thankfully, I didn't have to do that. And I was all ready to go to Brisbane the very next day. Okay, early in the morning, the day of the trial. Normally when I go down to Brisbane, I travel during, I'm getting my breakfast. Oops. Love my porridge satchels. That will be back to front because I've got it facing me while I'm hurrying. What's the last one in the box? Okay. Just putting that out to wrists. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah. So, last, need to unpack the dishwasher, but that's okay. I can use this bowl. Yes, so, hang on, I need two hands. I've got milk and frozen raspberries. Sorry, just don't seem to have enough time to finish cleaning this kitchen. Well, I am waiting for my porridge. I'm going to put my different medications in this little bag because I'll need to know what medications I take. Porridge doesn't look half as good. And that's my Cell Plus, my natural thing that I take. Jonty is ready to go off farming. I'm ready to go to the trial screening. Okay, onwards. See ya. Cold winter's morning. I was going to wear a beanie. I won't need it in Brisbane. What I was saying before, I was trying to talk to you while I was eating. I'm going to turn on this motor too. Why is my windscreen wipers on? Yes. Ugh. And do I have enough fuel? I've got half a tank. I will need to fuel up. What I was trying to say is, normally I go down there around 11 o'clock, so it's very comfortable. We leave at 9 o'clock or so. Yeah, and takes 2 hours, but I'm going during peak hour, so I was going to leave an hour extra. Now it's 20 minutes extra because I'm really bad with time. Okay, I better get going. Okay, I've just fueled up. That is the price of fuel in Australia. Screening day for the next clinical trial is well underway. I had a big long interview with the trial supervisor. Then I had an interview with my doctor. I've gone up, had blood tests taken, got a nice bandage on my arm underneath my jacket because the blood thinners mean I don't stop bleeding very easily. And I'm just waiting. I just need to change where my car is parked, and then I have a cardio ECG and is it a cardiogram or something like that, and then I have to change location. The map said it was 13 minutes away, but the nurse said, oh, that's shorter than when I looked at it yesterday, but must have had something to do with traffic. So then I need to go across to Newstead from the Mater and get a brain scan and a CT. I'm hoping it's not a CT that needs a dye contrast, because then they won't need to access my veins, and I hate cannulas. So yeah, have to do a 2-hour fast before that, so I really should get off and go down. Oh, sorry, noisy car there. Yes, so I will go down, change my car park, and hopefully grab a smoothie or something that might keep me from starving until after my next lot of things at 2:30. So yeah, just checking in to show that it's going okay. But yeah, it's a pretty full-on day, the screening day. And then, of course, there's always the nerves of whether I'm going to get in. But in between that time, I ran back in, got the next scans that I needed at South Brisbane. Turned out I didn't need to move my car. It would have just come in at the parking ticket that I had paid, but I'd asked the clinical supervisor and she said, no, it'll go longer. So anyway, it didn't matter. Changed my car, then had a bit of a wait before I had to go and get the next lot of scans, which turned out to be horrifying. It was has really left further trauma with me with needles, so you'll see what's happening. But please let me give a little call out to like and subscribe, make my trauma worthwhile, sharing it on video. The cancer journey is just so hard, and to tell you the truth, being able to share it with you just puts a little bit of a silver lining. I just enjoy the community. I enjoy making these videos. So thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate every subscribe. And when I see some people go, of course I understand it, but I also give a little sigh that that sometimes people have to move away, because I'm one of these people that don't like losing friends. But thank you all so much for your continued support, and keep journeying it with me and my Cancer Chronicles. Not good. Worst CT of my life. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was the worst CT I have had in my life. Have you noticed? You probably haven't noticed, but this shirt is all unironed. That's just because nearby to where Q-Scan is, there thankfully is a Salvation Army shop. So I went over to the Salvos and got a new shirt, because this one is all soaked in blood, because the guy put the cannula in, and I don't know what he did. He all of a sudden went, oh no, I forgot, and then released something. I don't know what he did wrong, and then my cannula was hurting a lot. I may have said a swear word, and then I kept going, this is hurting, this is hurting, this is hurting, which I normally like tell people straight up so that they know. But he was like, it's okay, I'm doing whatever. And then he's like, is your reaction because you've had lots of problems with cannulas in the past? And I'm like, yes, but it's hurt. I'm reacting because it's done well hurting, not just because. And I told him, you know, which I say for the PET scans, but then the CT scans, I don't think they can slow down the rate, but in the PET scans they can when they pump the dye into you. And I said, oh look, my veins, it really hurts. And he said, oh well, we can't. I was like, okay, yep, no, I remember that. And then he says, oh, there's no nerves inside your vein, so it's not really hurting, it's just a sensation or something. And I'm like, sorry, I'm like trying really hard not to say stronger words here, because I'm like, I don't care if there's no nerves. The fact that I'm hurting doesn't mean, like, you know, you can't just sit there telling yourself, oh, she's not really hurting because there's no nerves inside a vein. I don't know what there is that makes it hurt, but it hurts. So then he comes in to do the injection, and as he does it, like, because they say there's a warm feeling, it feels like you're wetting your pants, whatever. I've had it done so often, it does not feel like you're wetting your pants anymore. But what I did feel like was a warm feeling all over my arm, and I'm like, that's not right. And then I'm like, I think I'm bleeding, and I yell out, I think I'm bleeding, and I don't hear anything, because they always say, I'll just yell out if there's something wrong. So I don't hear anything until he brings me out, and then he was standing there and he said, yeah, I could see it was leaking, but I had to finish the injection or something so that we didn't have to do it again. I'm like, well, good, I don't want to do it again, but like then I can just feel it dripping everywhere and into my clothes. Oh, I wish I wore my $5 Kmart white shirt this morning. I went to wear it, then I'm like, no, I haven't worn my nice white shirt that's expensive for ages. I want to feel nice, so I did that. At least I could have just, anyway, we'll soak it and see what happens. But then I thought, I'm just going to get into this. I don't know where I threw my denim. Yeah, my denim jacket's in the back there, because I knew it's got buttons in it, so I took that off. So yeah, now I have to travel 2 hours back to Toowoomba. It's 5 o'clock and I haven't had lunch because I had to fast beforehand. It was supposed to be 2:30. So I want to get something to eat. I feel like sitting down and eating, but sitting down and eating on my own, maybe not. Thought about calling up one of my cousins. I've got 2 cousins that live nearby. But then, yeah, probably just get home. I think Jonty and Amy were going to go to the movies together tonight. Yeah, that was a little bit traumatic. Now I'm just going to have to get my PICC line back in, that's all. Goodbye, Brisbane. I just saw that. I was parked doing a message to a friend. Thought I'd record the beautiful sunset before I continue on my merry way. I'm hoping I can find a decent takeaway, like a Mexican, like Taco Bell or Guman and Gomez, rather than stupid Macca's. Anyway, let's get this day over and done with. Okay, let's see if we can get today's bloody adventures disappeared. Erase the memory. I really need to remind myself I need a bucket. For the moment I'm using the ice cream container. I've got, this is called Exit Soap, which works really well. Just a good old vanish soak. So we'll see what happens. And a cat to supervise the procedure, right, Daisy? Daisy? Is it all meeting standard? Last thoughts before I go to bed after a long day. Now that I've got over all the nervousness of doing the screening, now I've got to have the nervousness of seeing if I pass the screening so that I can get on the trial. So we'll just wait and see. And I think I need to put some night cream on. Yeah, I'm so tired. Here I am, hanging clothes on the line. Birds are singing. Can you see? It's a bit sunny down there. Beautiful Queensland winter day. No, I'll turn it around. Got a daughter on the bike, and I've been trying to make an appointment to get a pick line, as you do while you're at the clothesline, because it's such a specialised pick line. I need one particular doctor, and I'm going on holidays next week, so I'm trying to hopefully get it done before the trial starts. And the trial, if I don't even get through with the trial, I probably will have to cancel it again. Yeah. How's the riding going, Immy? Good. Okay, it's just Immy and I today at home, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
the guinea pigs and cats.
And the guinea pigs and cats. And I'm putting clothes out on the line, then we've got to clean up the kitchen, and then we want to build some Lego flowers, don't we? Yay. Immy has really been looking forward to them. Inspired by Liz. Happy days. No blood on the shoulder. Got it all out. All right. Immy and I just finished making these Lego cherry blossoms. Dixie came in and helped, kind of, interfered at the end of the time. But I've got a time lapse which I'll play in a second, but I thought we might fill in the details of some of the stuff that happens during the time lapse. What's happened, Immy?
I'm stuffed up.
I took a lot longer than Imogen, so you see Imogen disappear because she finished really quickly. Our book, we cut the book in half, did the staples and cut the book in half, and Imogen worked on hers. I feel like I should count up to see if it's the same amount of flowers, but I think it is. Immy worked away on hers. I feel like mine's harder.
I think it's just the fact you're not that good at Lego.
I used to do heaps of Lego for Jonty. He always used to need help. You reckon? No, look, mine's got more on here. Anyway, I just couldn't understand. Whenever the instructions said to twist it, I would get confused. In the end, what did I do wrong, Immy? Immy found out what I did wrong.
What part is wrong?
I don't know. There was one little part I'd shoved something in there, and Immy worked out. I thought it was part of it, but Immy worked out that I'd shoved something in the wrong spot. Once we fixed that up, I think we worked out. But when you look at the time lapse, there's a lot of me going like this, going, oh, what do I do now? And Imogen just gets in and does it. And Daisy didn't help at all, did you? Puss, puss? Hey? Yeah. Okay, anything else that we needed to tell?
No.
Okay. Enjoy the time lapse. Just did a time lapse of me counting how many flowers are in each of these, and I definitely got the harder one. I'm going to use that as my excuse for getting confused.